Yeah, that ubiquity of Star Wars, I think, is what bothers me so much about it. Because, like, it's good, but it's not that good. It is this cultural icon, but it kind of doesn't deserve to be. Like, it was important back in the day, but maybe we should have let it die. Because, like, there were other things that were important back in the day that we have let die.
Yeah.
Citizen Kane was ridiculously important. We didn't make Citizen Kane 2.
Yeah, I think the big part of it is Citizen Kane didn't have a universe anyone wanted to live in.
Right, I suppose that's true.
'Cause-
It's the Avatar problem.
Yeah, that's the thing about creating a whole new IP and a whole new universe.
Yeah,
If you make the universe interesting enough,
right.
people will stick with it for a while.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, which is silly because I would not want to live in the Star Wars universe.
Oh God, no.
Because it's constantly at war and planets can get destroyed at a moment's notice and have no protection against it.
Yeah. Yeah, no. The Star Wars universe is way more fucked up than a lot of people seem to see it as, but it's a fun universe.
Yeah, it's got the mysticism, it's got the action and the heroics. It's goofy sometimes. It has all of those check boxes where if you don't think about it too deeply, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. It's a universe you can pick apart, and most importantly, I think, it's a universe nerds can argue over.
That is also true.
Because if there's one thing that will cement a universe in the minds of the popular culture is, can nerds pick it apart and argue over the most minutia details?
Probably one reason Dragon Ball is still around.
It's the reason Dragon Ball is still around. It's part of the reason why Dark Souls is so, like, prevalent as it is.
Yep.
It's the reason Star Wars and Star Trek stuck around with as much cultural force as they did.
Yep.
Like,
Star Trek's kind of on its way out, but...
Well, that's because they keep doing things with Star Trek that Star Trek doesn't want to be.
Right. They keep making Star Wars movies that are Star Trek in trappings.
Yeah. And the new series is apparently that.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
Carve your own niche. You're not as fun as Star Wars, so try to be interesting.
Yeah. Now, always the big appeal of Star Trek is the politics of it.
Yeah.
And
the politics and the philosophy.
The politics and the philosophy, and those two words are hard to make sexy.
Right. Yeah, it is very much meant for a niche audience, and the fact that it gained as much traction as it did is actually kind of enheartening.
And I think the other trouble is Star Trek, like the original Star Trek, Voyager, Next Generation, to an extent, Deep Space Nine, those are all really idealistic shows.
Yeah.
They're really optimistic.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have a climate where that's super in demand.
Yeah.
Even though the climate we're living in now, optimism should really be in demand, especially for your escapist fiction.
Yeah, there was a short period of time in the early 2010s when optimism was starting to make a rise again. Like, that's when My Little Pony started being popular and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You had Adventure Time, which was fairly optimistic and nice. You had just a number of things like that. But, it seems to have gone away again.
Yeah, no.
Now everything is terrible and toxic and everyone hates each other.
Yeah, we like skepticism. We like grounding. We like negativity for some dumbass reason.
That's been a thing off and on for a long period of time, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, even in the early 2000s, I thought that was going to be the thing for quite some time, just because it was fucking everywhere. That's kind of how the internet got its reputation for the atmosphere that you have when you go on it and talk, is everybody was fucking negative because they thought being negative was being cool and mature.
Yeah.
Is not, but...
And I think a lot of that set, like, the tent poles for especially superhero movies for a long time.
Yeah.
Were dark and gritty.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, you had
Batman
Nolan
was really
stuff.
popular.
Right, Christopher Nolan stuff, yeah.
Because a lot of that was a reaction to the Schumacher Batman stuff.
Right.
Because the Schumacher Batman stuff was so colorful.
And weird, yeah.
And it wasn't the colorful or weirdness that was the problem. It was a lot of other things attached to it.
Yeah.
Being tone deaf is one of them.
Uh-huh.
But, like, everything about the Schumacher Batman movies, everyone wanted to get away from.
Right.
So they liked the darker, grittier, and they went with, not Christopher Nolan, the comic book guy.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Moore.
No.
No.
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller, yes.
Michael Moore is a documentary.
You're right. That's the fat guy.
Yeah.
No, they went with, fuck, you just said his name.
Frank Miller.
Frank Miller. Miller, not Moore. Got it.
It's Miller time.
Yeah, they went with the Miller style, and admittedly, Miller does some really good stuff,
Yeah.
but, like, not everything...
He also does a lot of shitty stuff. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a lot of writers who get popular these days. They do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And occasionally they get these really brilliant moments.
Uh-huh.
Everyone remembers
But
the
most
brilliant.
of the time, it's not.
Especially comic book writing.
Yeah.
There are very few writers I will look at and, like, unequivocally say, you know what, I'm going to give this a shot.
Yeah, you are consistently good.
I think right now Dan Abnett is the only one on my list for that.
Okay. Dan Avidan?
Dan Abnett.
Yeah.
He writes a ton of Warhammer shit. And he
Oh.
also has done some really good runs with X-Men and other things.
Okay.
And the modern Guardians of the Galaxy, he had a major hand in shaping them that way.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I can dig that.
Like the movie composition of the team,
Uh-huh.
he was directly involved in that.
Okay.
And making Drax into a powerhouse was his doing.
Okay.
Because before Dan Abnett came along, Drax the Destroyer was just some weird green guy in spandex who would show up every now and again, shout about destroying things, and then get his ass kicked.
Great.
And then Dan Abnett rolled up, and he was like, let's define his power set.
Yeah, let's actually make him a destroyer.
Yeah.
We could still make him get his ass kicked a whole bunch, but at the very least, let's make it so that it kind of shows that things are fucked when he gets his ass kicked.
Yeah, because, like, in the comic book, Drax's backstory is he has the soul of a human whose family was murdered by Thanos, so they kept that for the movies.
Okay.
But his body was made by Thanos' dad specifically to fight Thanos.
Uh-huh.
So it's this, like, genetic super freak.
So he's only good at fighting Thanos?
He's good at fighting anything Thanos strength or weaker.
Okay.
Which, considering how strong Thanos is,
It's pretty good.
he can get a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So, in the comic book arc where he got the powers we understand him to have now, his, like, near indestructibility, his super strength, all this,
Okay.
was like everyone was fighting these bug monsters in
Yeah.
space, and they were getting their asses kicked. And there was at one point they need to evacuate. He's like, who do we got? We got Drax. Drax, can you clear us a path? And he just goes through and he, like, jumps into it. And it's like a scene from the movies where he just has these two knives and he's just tearing through.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, this giant bug monster is attacking him. He cuts off one of its arms, takes it, and stabs it in the face with its own goddamn leg.
Nice.
And just starts tearing through, and you're just seeing, like, carnage flying all over the place.
Limbs, body parts flying
And everyone's like, holy fuck, how long has he been able to do that? And everyone's like, that he's called the Destroyer. What do you expect him to do, knit doilies? But a lot of his comedic stuff came straight from the movie.
Okay.
He was a very serious deadpan. He was borderline Android 16 from the Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
Okay.
Where it's like, is this involving killing Thanos? No, then I will only begrudgingly do this. Because I need all of you alive long enough to get me to Thanos.
Right.
What are we doing? Are we killing Thanos? No. How about, I have an idea. What's your idea? How about a rousing game of killing Thanos?
Yeah.
So Drax is weird. After the movie and after, shit, is it Batista? Yeah, Dave Batista.
Okay.
After Batista played him in the movies,
Yeah.
that's where he got all of his really dumb comedic bullshit.
Right. Right.
And the whole, nothing gets over my head. My reflexes are too quick. I would catch it. Like dumb shit like that.
Yeah.
That was all him.
Okay.
And so in the comics, they had killed him off. They brought him back, and when they brought him back, they essentially said, yeah, he got brain damage.
That's great.
Yeah, so essentially what had happened was both him and Star-Lord had been killed off. Him, Star-Lord, and Thanos were all killed off in the comic books.
Okay.
And then after the popularity of the movies, they brought Star-Lord and Drax back, and with them Thanos.
Right.
And essentially what had happened was they got trapped in this alternate universe, the Cancerverse, which I've spoke about before.
Right, yeah.
It ends with Drax is supposedly dead. Peter Quill and the Nova Prime, the Richard Rider Nova, sacrifice themselves to keep Thanos in this collapsing universe.
Okay.
Well, when they finally explain how all of them came back, it's like Gamora ties up Peter Quill and fucking tortures it out of him.
Oh.
Because Gamora and Richard Rider had a thing going on. And she's like, why isn't he back?
Right.
And Peter Quill's like, I promised him not to tell anyone, including me, especially you. Because he knew you would be the most upset over this.
Right.
Because it brought Thanos back. He's like, yeah, I'm upset Thanos is back. So, essentially, what happened was all of them were trapped in this dead universe.
Right.
Everything in it was dead. But the fucked up thing was, the reason why the Cancerverse got so fucked up in the first place is because they killed Death in that universe.
Oh.
So with Death dead, nothing could die. And the reason why these four survived in this infinite revival loop is because Drax died before Lady Death from the 616 universe, the main universe, showed up through Thanos.
Okay.
So he wasn't caught up in the giant wave of death that Thanos caused to kill all the things in the universe. And Peter Quill and Richard Rider weren't affected by that wave because it only killed things from this universe.
Okay.
So Thanos, Peter Quill, and Richard Rider were all alive after Lady Death from 616 left. So there's no death in this universe.
Right.
So the four of them basically spent a couple of years just on loop murdering each other.
Right.
Like, Peter Quill had the Tesseract Cube. So he had power to hurt Thanos. Drax and Richard Rider, the Nova Supreme, had the power to hurt Thanos.
Right.
So teaming up, the three of them were an even match for Thanos.
Okay.
So Thanos would kill one, the other two would kill Thanos. The first one would revive, Thanos would revive, and it would just go in this loop.
Right.
And eventually they got to the point where it's like, all three of them are like, okay, we're a bunch of three burly dudes who have fought to the point where we're all beaten, battered, bloody, and sweaty, and all of our clothing is gone because we've nuked each other to the point where we're naked.
Right.
Peter Quill and me like, okay, I've read this fan fiction before. And everyone's like, okay, first off, all two-part truths. Part one of the truth. We no longer kill each other. And everyone's like, Drax is like, I'm not comfortable with this. Thanos is like, I'm not comfortable with this. But they're like, this is getting us nowhere. Part two of the truth. We don't look at each other's dicks. And Peter Quill's like, I really am fully on board with this.
Yeah.
And they're like, Drax, do you even have a dick? And he's like, I don't know. I don't care. I want to kill Thanos. And everyone's like, okay. Don't talk about each other's dicks. Don't kill each other. We need to figure a way out of this. And eventually they find a way. It's like, if Richard Rider sacrifices himself and does this thing,
right.
Comic book, soft science, you can spread... Science so soft, you can spread it over a biscuit.
Yeah.
We can open up a wormhole and go home. And Thanos is like, okay, you need my help to do this. You guys are 99% sure that the second we get back, I'm going to murder the shit out of you in a universe where I will stick.
Right.
Because I am super salty. I'm on full tilt that you guys killed me like 50 times at this point. And of course, Peter Quill chimes in like, 52, shut up. So here's the deal. I will give my word. And for all the shit Thanos does, his word is still accountable.
Okay.
Like, everyone knows Thanos is a psychopath. Thanos will kill us all, but Thanos will not lie to your face to do it.
Right.
As
He's a very noble warrior.
Sort of.
Okay.
He doesn't lie to you because he doesn't believe in that. He has his own code that's fucked up. But he's like, I will give you my word as the conqueror of the galaxy, as the, like, true love of death, that if you get me back in this universe, I won't fuck with you for, like, 5 years.
Okay.
So, no matter where we end up, no matter what state we're in when we get there, I will not kill you. I will not send my goons to kill you. I will not tell my people to kill you.
Right.
I will even specifically tell my people, do not kill these guys unless you guys aggro. And they're like, okay, you know what? I'm so done with this place. Drax is already getting loopy. And so they get back, and now Drax is like, I'm a little bit goofy now.
Yeah.
And I feel like dying a couple hundred times is a good enough excuse for brain damage.
Oh, so we took out too much weight,
Oh no!
and he's trying to put her back to, yeah, just, normal. But, should be okay now? What? Oh, oh no, she still can't move, but at least she's not full of demons anymore.
Well, I guess that's what happens when all of your fat cells are infected with the demons.
Yup. Guess you can't fight it.
How dare you?
How dare you, no period.
At your age.
Why don't you return to this castle and live with us? After all, we need you to help the queen recover.
Come on, you old fuck.
You fat fuck.
Move back in so we can have kinky grandpa sex.
Eh,
Old people.
I'm a womanizer.
Alright, Bug.
Bug, I thank you too. Thanks to all of you, I didn't turn into a demon.
This is good.
I'm a bit weak from being too thin, though. Yeah. So, basically comic books are fucked and weird.
Comic books write stories that don't end, and then they reply to market pressures and keep rewriting their universes
Yeah.
to try to appeal to people.
Yeah.
And they've been doing it since like the 80s. No, longer than that, since like the 70s.
Yeah, that continuity's weird. Like, can't just leave well enough alone. You gotta keep using the same characters in the same situations, and you gotta keep the same universe going on over and over.
Well, they've tried other universes and people don't like them.
Nope, they sure don't.
They've tried killing off characters and replacing them, and Marvel just learned, oh, people really don't like that.
Yep.
Granted, when you replace a beloved character with an unlikable cunt, I'm looking at you, Amadeus Cho, of course people aren't gonna like it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you'll notice there's some time left in this video.
There is.
That's because, if I remember correctly, I go and do the cutscene that I had, to this point, never seen before.
Ooh. New content.
Yeah.
If you use the therapy pillow, you can give people no more pain, only dreams. You apply it by waiting for them to go to sleep or are otherwise helpless and defenseless.
Best used on babies and old people.
Or the infirm. Then, when they're in a position of comfort, relaxation, and best of all, inescapability, you simply gently apply with firm pressure the therapy pillow over their face. Some people will begin to panic at this point. This is normal. Just in the most calming and soothing voice, reassure them that soon the pain will be over and there will only be dreams.
Only $19.99.
Therapy.
Oh, now.
The therapy pillow. It solves literally all of life's problems, especially life.
Welcome to the motel. I do like how they call it a motel, and there's a sign that says inn. I guess they're pretty close.
I love how it said 50 coins.
Yeah.
Not specific coins, not denominations, just coins.
Yeah. That's what people call money in this game, and yet the symbol is zenny. Which, I don't know why zenny is used in various things of fiction. Because, I thought it was exclusive to Breath of Fire, and then I noticed they used it in Dragon Ball, which is kind of strange.
Zenny shows up in a lot of Japanese products.
Yeah, so is it just this weird fictional thing that the Japanese use?
I will have Corrections Fox confirm or deny what I'm about to say, but my immediate assumption is the Japanese are very exposed to the English language and the English alphabet.
Right.
So they took the yen and moved it one letter down
Right.
to the zen.
Okay.
But zen is already a thing, so they changed one of the symbols and made it the zenny.
Right.
Because the zenny symbol tends to look a lot like the yen symbol. Now, I could be speaking completely out of my ass on this, and Corrections Fox is either going to say, no, he's right, or as I'm speaking right now, there will still be the explanation going on right now. Let's look. Interesting.
Chickens.
Fascinating.
Thank you, Corrections Fox.
Thank you. You are an indispensable service to this channel.
Yes.
Ah.
Yeah, so we'll see. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure this is when I do it.
But Zenny and Gil show up a ton, and I think they're
Yeah.
just corruptions
Yeah.
on Yen and Gold.
Yeah, I guess that would make sense. Yeah, Gil, I assumed, was gold, basically. Just said in a really strange way. Yes. Yes, this is it. This isn't the right house.
You did it, yay!
Because I didn't remember which house the person went to, because I'd never done this before. But yeah, this is like super hidden cutscene. So here we
Ooh,
are.
I'm
This is
excited.
L. Please leave the security of this town to me. Ha ha ha. So there's L.
Okay, so we got security.
Uh-huh.
So we got our walkie-talkie man.
Yup. Now I will mention something once the cutscene plays out, because you've probably forgot, because you haven't played this game multiple times and probably aren't paying attention to the names of characters.
I barely remember the names of our party members.
Right. Yeah.
Like,
Do you think there's a way to go into Kat's head and make her a little smarter? He's such an asshole.
she's standing right there, Rand.
Yup. Yup. Mushroom to Rand. Keep him small, maybe he wouldn't get in the way.
Oh, man.
They do not get along.
Mommy and Daddy are fighting.
Yep, husbando and waifu are fighting.
Oh, no. Rand isn't a husbando. He's a daddy.
Oh, he's totally a husband. Well, yeah, alright.
No, that beefy? No, he's not husbando.
I
He's daddy.
suppose, yeah, I suppose that's...
Daddy Rand.
Yep.
Do they say how old Rand is?
He's not very old.
Okay.
I don't think they specifically say, but I know this because later on we meet his mother.
Okay. Well, fucking no, it's a goddamn tree.
Yeah, probably doesn't move around that much.
Oh, man. We had to, like, really chase down that tree. It was getting away so fast.
Yep. Apparently Bo knows what bacteria are.
Oh, look at that. He's very well read.
Yes.
That, or he has womanized with so many of the girls in the guild that he has learned all about STIs.
Yeah, that's true.
Though I would imagine that Sten would be way more versed than that.
Yeah. Well, he knows all about fleas.
Yeah.
Picks them off people.
Jean would, but he's in an entirely different animal kingdom
Yeah.
than everyone else, so it's like, ho, your diseases do not infect me, and neither do mine.
I'm not fat, am I? Oh, Jean, you lovable
Jean.
loaf.
Alright.
Yeah, so here's the cutscene coming up. Because I picked Sten in the party last on purpose.
Alright, Broforce coming in.
Yeah, I did not find this because I did not use Sten in the time that I got L in my town. I have to talk to this guy alone. Everyone wait outside.
Get out! ... Alright, Monkey Man, you know what time it is.
What? What is it? Don't stare at me. You've got a cute face.
Oh!
Crazy. What are you saying?
You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammals.
Yeah, too bad. If you were a girl,
Still thinking about
I'd kiss you.
it. Still thinking about it.
Yep. ...
Well, they're both thinking about it.
Yeah, you're crazy. I'm a guy.
Not tonight, you're not.
Methinks he doth protest too much. I'm kidding, El, don't worry. Hey, what are you doing? Stop kidding around and go already.
Why are you looking? Why are you looking there? Why are you going to the bed, Stan? Stan, this isn't funny anymore.
Nope. Oh yeah. Got to return the famous flute. Oh, we still have time. ... Exclamation point.
Play me a song. Play me a song with the butt flute, you sexy, sexy monkey man.
Who said I was returning it to you? I borrowed this flute from the Princess of Highlander. Strange.
Oh.
See what's going on here?
I get it now.
Just made a little mistake. Hurry up and go. Okay, Al.
Oh.
When everything is resolved, I'll return here. And I'll tell you about the person I love.
That's cute.
Yeah, the princess's name is Elforan.
Yeah, okay.
So it's just a shortening.
Okay, that's cute.
Yeah, isn't it though? I had no idea this was in the game.
Yeah, that's a fun little thing. That's a fun little Easter egg.
Yeah, and like I played this game at least 10 times up to this point and never found this.
Okay.
I looked it up and was checking out what the people do for the town. And I actually gave up a pretty important spot to do that, but it was totally worth it.
You gave it up to content.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait. Did you give up the cat for that?
No.
Okay. I'd be upset if you gave up for that.